I've had a new bike day. New bike days are fun. It's kind of exciting. That's it. So my new bike is a Specialized Turbo Porto, and I'm gonna answer a bunch of questions that you may have right from the get-go. First one is, did I buy it? Yes, I bought it. I bought it from the same bike store that I've been buying bikes at for, gosh, 16 or 20 years or something like that. And the owner there is always very kind to me, and I greatly appreciate that. So thank you very much. I buy it from a place, Cycle Solutions in Toronto. They're not, I don't get anything for this. I mean, other than the sort of a little bit of a deal that comes from patronage. That, I mean, that's it. It's not a great, tremendous deal, but it's a bit of a deal. So this bike I have, it's a Specialized Turbo Porto. It's an electric cargo bike. I'm getting old, and I'm not as fit and massive and spectacular as I was 40 years ago. So an electric bike just makes sense, and a cargo bike for me kind of makes no sense, except that I wanted it because it's like a big giant SUV of a bicycle, and it's really, I find, fun. I've been riding it for about, I'm gonna say, maybe 500 miles, something like that so far in the past few weeks, and all throughout the city and such, and it's great. I love it. I enjoy riding. I take my wife on the back and we go for picnics, and we have fun, and I can carry anything that I would normally carry. I can carry it on my bike, and it's fabulous. This bike has an electric motor. I said that. The motor, I'm gonna turn off, just beeping. What's beeping, it's actually not the motor, but it's radar. So the bike has a Garmin radar that detects when vehicles are approaching you from the rear. It gives a bit of a warning so you're not surprised. It also has a mirror, a trusty mirror, so I can see behind me. It has I think the battery is about 700 watt hours, which is substantive. And a logical question is, well, how does that work? How long does it last? Well, I'll say most of my bike rides around the city are about 40 or 50 kilometers, and I tend to use about 15% or less of the battery energy in riding. Now I'm a huge guy, so maybe your mileage you might burn less or more, whatever. Anyway, the bike has a belt drive, and it has a continuously variable, I think it's NVOLO gearing thing. So it goes from a fairly low gear to help you going up the hills to a fairly, a high enough gear so you can clip along at about 30 kilometers to, what is that, 22 miles an hour or something like that, which is quite quick, really. And then it also has 3 levels of support. There's Eco, which is a lower amount of help. There's what they call Turbo, which is kind of a medium level of help, and then Sport, which is medium level of help, and Turbo, which is the highest. And then the thing is, it's industrial. The tires are huge. The frame is beautifully welded aluminum. It is very, very rugged. I've been riding bikes seriously for more than 50 years, and I know a rugged bike when I see one. And now we have there's an ice cream truck has just pulled up here, and I'm not much of a fan of combustion, right? No one should be, but the ice cream truck is spewing diesel fumes and making all kinds of noise, and if that's not an argument for having electricity and an electric ice cream truck, I don't know what is. Anyway, I don't know if it's showing up in my audio. Goodness gracious, that thing's loud. Wow. Anyway, but this is not about the ice cream truck, it's about the bike. And so the tires are really beefy. There's a bigger one on the front and a smaller one on the back. And then there's just normal flat pedals, I like that. There's this rack in the front that it's rated, it says 20 kilos. I think it'll do more, that's like 45 pounds or something like that. I think, officially it's 20. I don't think I've ever put 20 kilograms on there, or 45 pounds, whatever that is. But I would comfortably do it. Then there's the little bit of the rack in the back, and I got mine outfitted with one passenger seat and two large bags and foot pegs. So there's foot pegs that the passenger can put their feet on when they're riding. Those are great. And then there's a seat that is reasonably comfortable. I mean, you're not going to want to go 60 miles in the thing, but for sure, 10 kilometers across city you can manage. That's it. The bike has what else it has? It has a bell. Bells are great. Anyway, it's a wonderful bell and wonderful bike. And bikes in general are wonderful. I think I managed to accumulate some video of the bike in action, and hopefully I can stick some in throughout this soliloquy, and you'll find it engaging. But this bike retails in Canada for what is it, $8,999 is the full MSRP, and that's right in line. Okay, that's right in line with with a comparable. Well, that's how much they are. Okay? To get a bike that's of this quality, that I'm confident will serve you well for years, that's it. And if you're looking for something that's an alternative, I mean, you can outfit this with two child seats, and then there's a rail that will go all around. Your children can grab on and such, and that is a wonderful alternative to car transportation, and that's it. So in general, I'm going to say I recommend the Specialized Turbo Porto bike because it's great. The fenders are wonderful. The bike's rock solid. What the heck? I can't speak highly enough about it. And I'd like to thank my local bike shop for supporting me, and then I'd like to thank Specialized for making it. It just works out. That's it. So yeah. If you're commuting, if you're commuting with cargo, you're taking your children to school, you're doing all sorts of things, this is great. And the really awesome thing about this is you can park it anywhere. You can park it on the sidewalk, you can park it in some crazy place, that's it. And it comes with a lock. There's a lock on the wheel to prevent it from just rolling away. And then there's like a digital lock that you can lock out the motor. And then I have this little bag that's sort of down near the pedals that I put this other giant chain lock in, because security is really an issue. Anyway, my name's Bruce. Oh, and one of the other reasons why I'm here today is today's picnic day for me. I'm having a picnic.